What if the person everyone looks down on is actually the one holding the power to change everything? Jasmine Carter was a humble hotel housekeeper in Las Vegas. For 3 long years, she's endured insults, disrespect, and silence. Invisible to guests, unimportant to her boss, just another uniform pushing a cart down luxury hallways. But all it takes is one moment, one forgotten ring, one language she was never supposed to know, and one powerful man who finally sees her worth. For Jasmine's entire life to flip upside down. Stay with us, because what this nobody uncovers behind the walls of a 5-star empire will expose lies, topple a corrupt millionaire, and prove that dignity doesn't come from status, but from courage. Before we begin, tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel Hopeful Voices. The conference room of the Monarch Grand Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, is silent. Lawyers, investors, all eyes locked in the same direction. At the center, a black woman in a housekeeper uniform holds a trembling envelope. Across the table, Rick Dalton, the hotel owner, is red with rage. Sheikh Kareem Al-Rashid watches with a cold gaze. The tension is unbearable, but to understand how we got here, we must go back 3 days earlier. It was a normal Monday at the Monarch Grand Hotel, the kind of place where every detail screams luxury. Italian marble floors, chandeliers worth more than houses, guests who treat money like scrap paper. Jasmine Carter, 32, curly hair pulled into a tight bun, spotless navy uniform, pushed her cleaning cart down the 20th floor hallway. She was invisible, and she knew it. 3 years working there, 3 years cleaning rooms and hallways, 3 years hearing conversations not meant for her, seeing faces that never truly saw her. To the guests, she was part of the decor. To Rick Dalton, she was even less. Jasmine entered the presidential suite carefully. It was immaculate as always. Rich guests don't make messes. They have staff for that everywhere they go. She replaced towels, wiped surfaces, checked perfection. Then, voices in the hallway. The door burst open. Rick Dalton stormed in like a hurricane. $2,000 tailored suit, silver hair slicked back, that fake smile of a man always selling something. Behind him, a man in a pristine white robe and a red and white keffiyeh. Sheikh Kareem Al-Rashid, recognizable after all the commotion he caused in the hotel that day. "This is our presidential suite, Your Excellency." Rick spread his arms wide. 2,200 square feet, panoramic view of the Strip, 24-karat gold bathroom fixtures. The Sheikh looked around, unimpressed. Men like him see luxury before breakfast. Jasmine shrank into a corner, trying to disappear. It didn't work. "What are you still doing here?" Rick snapped. "Can't you see I'm with a VIP guest?" "Sorry, Mr. Dalton. I was just finishing." "Finishing?" He laughed, joyless. "You should have finished 15 minutes ago. Do you know how much 1 minute of this man's time costs? More than your yearly salary." Jasmine kept her head down. Speaking only made it worse. Rick loved humiliating staff, especially what he called basic labor. The Sheikh stayed silent, observing. "Look at me when I'm talking to you." Rick barked. "People like you need to remember your place. Do you know how many would kill for your job? And here you are, slow, useless in the way." "Sorry, sir," Jasmine murmured. "Oh, sorry, sir," Rick mocked her voice. "Is that all you know how to say? God, this hotel hires the most incompetent people." Jasmine gripped the cart. Her hand shook, not from fear, from anger. Anger from 3 years of swallowing humiliation. Anger from waking at 5 a.m., 2 bus transfers, 8 hours on her feet, just to be told she wasn't good enough. Anger from being treated like nothing. But she needed this job. Her sick mother depended on her. So she did what she always did. She lowered her head and turned to leave. That's when she heard it. Something metallic hitting tile. She looked down. An ornate gold ring with a family crest and an emerald the size of a grape. Worth more than a car. It had rolled under the dresser. The Sheikh hadn't noticed. Rick was too busy bragging. Jasmine could have walked away. But that's not who she was. She retrieved the ring and approached the Sheikh. He stood by the window. Jasmine took a breath and spoke fluent Lebanese Arabic. "Excuse me, sir, this fell from you." The Sheikh turned slowly. Their eyes met. Rick stopped mid-sentence, jaw dropped. She extended the ring. I believe this belongs to you. Silence. The Sheikh took the ring. Eyes locked on her, studying her face like discovering the impossible. Then, a small, genuine smile. Thank you. Where did you learn Arabic? He asked, in Arabic. My father was Lebanese, she replied in perfect dialect. He made sure my siblings and I learned. We've spoken since we were little. Rick blinked rapidly, struggling to process. You speak Arabic? The Sheikh ignored Rick entirely. And you work here as a housekeeper? He asked. Yes, sir. What an absurd waste of talent. Rick tried to regain control. Your Excellency, I didn't know she's just a cleaner. Silence. One icy word from the Sheikh. Rick's mouth shut instantly. What is your name? The Sheikh asked. Jasmine, sir. Jasmine Carter. He repeated it thoughtfully. Jasmine, a fitting name. In Arabic, Jasmine symbolizes elegance and resilience. For the first time in 3 years, Jasmine felt seen. I need someone fluent in Arabic and English, the Sheikh continued. Someone trustworthy. Official translators lose nuance. Would you be available for a longer conversation tomorrow? She glanced at Rick, his face a storm of fury. Yes, sir. Excellent. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Here. Thank you for your honesty. This ring is a family heirloom. Losing it would cause problems. Jasmine bowed slightly and exited. Her legs shook, not fear, hope. Behind the door, Rick's furious voice trying to save face. But the Sheikh had found exactly what he needed, and Rick had made the biggest mistake of his life. Jasmine didn't sleep that night. At home, a tiny North Las Vegas apartment she shared with her mother, she stared at the ceiling, replaying everything. The Sheikh spoke with her, not at her, as if she mattered, as if her words were worth something. That feeling had been gone for too long. Next morning, Jasmine arrived at 7 sharp. Routine unchanged, but she had changed. Gloria Mitchell, the longtime head housekeeper, pulled her aside. Careful, dear. Rick doesn't like when someone shines brighter than him. At 10 a.m., Jasmine knocked at the suite. Come in, said the calm voice of Sheikh Karim. He sat near the window, reading a tablet, wearing light gray robes. He motioned her to sit, poured her mint tea himself, something powerful men never do for hotel staff. Tell me about you, he asked. How does a woman with your talent push a cleaning cart? My father, Joseph Carter, came from Lebanon in the 80s. Owned a small grocery store here. He insisted we learned Arabic. He believed language is identity. The Sheikh listened, truly listened. I studied literature, she continued. I wanted to be a translator. But in my final year, my father got cancer. 6 months later, he was gone. Medical bills drowned us. My mother needed expensive medication. I dropped out, 1 semester left, and took the first job I could find here. The Sheikh folded his hands. Do you have any certificates? No degree yet, but I read, write, and speak English, Arabic, and Spanish fluently. Impressive. He leaned forward. Jasmine, I will be direct. I am in the U.S. to negotiate a major investment with Mr. Dalton, a partnership for expansion. I brought lawyers, but there's a problem. Jasmine waited. I do not trust outsourced translations. Nuances get lost. Intent becomes muddy. I need someone beside me who understands language and context, someone I can trust. But you barely know me. I know people, he said. You could have pocketed the ring. It is worth a fortune. No one would know, but you returned it instantly. That tells me more than any resume. Her heart pounded. What exactly are you proposing? I want to hire you as my personal interpreter during my stay. 3 weeks. You will be at every meeting, dinner, negotiation. I will pay you $3,000 per week, and if we close the deal, a $10,000 bonus. Jasmine almost dropped the cup, more than she made in a year. There is a condition, he added. You must be discreet. Everything you see or hear stays with us. And Dalton must not know I am paying you. Officially, you remain a hotel employee. She thought of Rick, of his cruelty, of every humiliation. I accept. The Sheikh smiled. Excellent. We start now. There's a meeting with Dalton in 1 hour. We're something professional, not a maid uniform. You're no longer that. As she reached the door, may I ask, she said softly, why you are doing this for me? He paused. Because I once was underestimated too. Because I know what it is to have talent ignored. And because, Jasmine, people like you deserve to shine. Outside, Shannon Reed, housekeeping supervisor, blocked her way. Look at you. Getting special treatment now, huh? Rick's furious. When the Sheikh leaves, he'll destroy you. Jasmine smiled calmly. Maybe. But for the next 3 weeks, I'll be something you never will be, Shannon important. She walked away, head held high. During lunch break, Jasmine took a bus to a clothing store. She had $200 in her account, all she could spend. She chose simple but elegant. Black slacks, white blouse, light gray blazer. She stared in the mirror. A different woman stared back. At 2 p.m., conference room. Rick opened the door with irritation. What do you want? Can't you see we're? She's here at my request, Sheikh Kareem said. Come in, Jasmine. Rick flushed with anger. She is my interpreter for all negotiations, the Sheikh continued. Is that a problem? Ice-cold tone, Rick swallowed. Of course not, no problem. For 2 hours, the negotiation dance began. Kareem asked in Arabic. Jasmine translated to English. Rick responded. She translated back. During coffee break, Rick took a phone call. Lawyer stepped out. Kareem turned to Jasmine. What do you think? Not of the plan, of the man. She hesitated, but he asked. The numbers are too perfect. No business grows 30% yearly for 5 straight years in this market. When you ask specifics, he changes the subject. Focuses on hype, avoids details. The Sheikh nodded. I need you to go beyond translation, he whispered. I need you to investigate. Her stomach tightened. You suspect something? I suspect men like Dalton do not become rich by being honest. And if he discovers I'm digging, he will not, Kareem said. Housekeepers go everywhere, see everything, and no one notices. Jasmine thought of Rick's sneer, every insult, every humiliation. I'll do it. Be careful, Kareem warned. Desperate men take desperate actions. That night, Jasmine slipped into the hotel's archives in the basement. Dust. Boxes. Old pipes. Evidence everywhere. Expired permits. Lawsuits from suppliers. Fines. Missing employee benefits. Major unpaid debts. She photographed everything. Then, footsteps. Rick's voice, angry, coming down the stairs. No, you're not listening, he hissed into his phone. If I don't get this investment, the bank takes the hotel. I owe $3.2 million, due in 2 weeks. Silence, then. I know the permits are fake. I'm paying you $25,000 to fix it. The Sheikh can't find out. Jasmine held her breath behind a pillar. One wrong move, and Rick stormed back upstairs. Jasmine waited, then escaped with her proof. She sent everything to the Sheikh's private email. 5 minutes later, her phone rang. You saw this, he demanded. I did. This is worse than I thought. We must be strategic. If we confront him now, he will deny, destroy evidence. We wait. So what do? We let him dig his own grave. He'll prepare new fake documents. And when he presents them, when he signs his name to lies. A pause. Then we strike. Over the next days, Jasmine kept translating, watching every twitch in Rick's face. He believed he was winning. Meanwhile, she kept uncovering more rot. Employees with unpaid pensions, suppliers suing, faked audits. Rick cornered her in a hallway. You think you're somebody now? He sneered. Remember who you are, a maid. Always will be. You're afraid of me, she said. Rick laughed, but too loudly. Afraid? Of you? Yes. Because for the first time, someone sees who you are. And you hate it. He leaned close, hands balled into fists. When this is over, you'll regret ever looking me in the eyes. She didn't flinch. Will I? Because firing me would insult the Sheikh, the man you're begging for millions. You can't touch me, and it's killing you. He almost struck her, but didn't. He stormed off, powerless. And nothing scared Rick more than being powerless. The night before the final negotiation, Kareem took Jasmine to a private dinner. My lawyers confirmed, he said, the documents are fake. Nearly everything he presented is a lie. So his business is collapsing. He hoped to steal my money to save himself. What happens now? Tomorrow, he will bring the final contract. I will record your translation, proof that I fully understood. Then we act. And the employees? They don't deserve to suffer for him. Kareem nodded. I will buy the hotel after the bank seizes it. Keep all staff, except Rick and his enablers. They go. Jasmine smiled, a smile of long-awaited justice. Next morning, 10 a.m., big day. Rick arrived, fake confidence dripping. This is it, he forced a smile. We signed today. Kareem didn't respond. The 50-page contract hit the table. Kareem asked Jasmine. Translate every clause. 2 hours. Every word recorded, evidence locked in. Then, I need 48 hours to finalize, Kareem said. Rick's face collapsed. Panic crept in. Oh, of course. No rush, he stammered. Take your time. When they stepped out, Jasmine saw Rick through the cracked door, head buried in his hands. He had already lost. He just didn't know how badly. 48 hours later, conference room full of lawyers, Kareem at the head. Rick, sweating, arrived with his own attorneys and Thomas Whitaker, the board chairman. Kareem began. Before signatures, Jasmine, translate everything I say. I want absolute clarity. She nodded. Kareem opened a folder. Item 1. The building permits you gave me fake. Verified by the Las Vegas Department of Buildings. That's ridiculous. Rick yelled. Item 2. You showed $4 million in annual profit. IRS confirms $250,000, a 1,500% inflation. Rick's lawyer whispered. Rick shoved him away. Item 3. A $3.2 million mortgage, due in 2 weeks. You hit it. Thomas turned white. Rick, tell me this isn't true. Silence. Item 4 through 15. Each one worse. Unpaid benefits, lawsuits, forged audits. Rick shook, then exploded. This is all lies. That Maid made this up to get me fired. Kareem stood. Jasmine did not invent anything. Documents did. Truth did. Integrity, something you lack. Rick lost it completely. She's nothing, a nobody, and you choose to believe her over me? I believe evidence, Kareem said coldly. And I believe her because while you spent these weeks lying, she spent them collecting truth. The board chairman stood. I resign. Immediately. Others followed. Rick, alone, cornered, broken. This isn't over, he whispered. I'll fight. You'll lose, Kareem answered. We have already negotiated with the bank. When foreclosure proceeds, guess who will buy this hotel? Rick's lips parted, no sound. And when I own it, Kareem continued, turning to Jasmine, my first act as owner. I appoint Jasmine Carter as director of operations. Her first act, terminate you. The room erupted, shouting, panic, but Jasmine heard none of it. She looked out the window and felt justice for the first time in years. 3 weeks later, headlines everywhere. Vegas hotel owner exposed in massive fraud scheme. The Monarch Grand went into chaos, staff scared, lawyers frantic. Rick hid from press. Through it all, the Sheikh protected Jasmine, kept her clothes safe. Then, it's done, Kareem told her. We bought the hotel for $3 million, a fraction of its worth. And Jasmine, he said, I meant what I said. You will run this hotel. Her throat tightened. I've never managed anything. He smiled. You manage your mother's survival. You uncover fraud. You stood up to a powerful man. That is leadership. A month later, the hotel staff filled the ballroom. Kareem spoke, Jasmine translating. No one will be fired. Salaries and benefits will be reviewed and improved. We build a culture of respect. Applause, tears. And lastly, I present your new director of operations. He gestured. Jasmine stepped forward. The entire staff, except Shannon, stood and clapped. Gloria sobbed with pride. Jasmine moved into the former owner's office, same desk where she'd once been humiliated, now hers. Gloria knocked. I owe you an apology. I thought this would destroy you. Instead, you changed everything. Jasmine hugged her. No apology needed. You were trying to protect me. 6 months later, the hotel thrived. 92% occupancy, glowing reviews, staff respected and proud. Kareem called from Abu Dhabi. The court sentenced Dalton. 3 years for fraud, plus $1 million fine. Jasmine closed her eyes, and oh, gloating, just closure. And Kareem added, we plan a second hotel. I want you leading development." She smiled. Destiny had finally turned. That night, Jasmine received an email. "We reviewed your request to return. You are 1 semester away from graduating. Full scholarship approved. UNLV." She cried, then laughed, then called Kareem. "I'm going back to school. I knew you would." 3 months later, first day back at UNLV. Same halls, but a new woman walking them. Her Arabic professor recognized her. "You're back? I heard something about a sheikh and a hotel." "True." "A long story." She smiled. He insisted she tell him over coffee. The story spread, not as gossip, as inspiration. 6 months later, graduation. Jasmine walked the stage. Her mother in the front row, Kareem too. The dean surprised her. "Jasmine Carter, would you say a few words?" Her heart pounded, but she stepped up. "I didn't prepare a speech, but I want to say this. 5 years ago, I dropped out and believed I would be a housekeeper forever. And there's nothing wrong with that job. What hurt wasn't the work, but how people treated me." Silence in the hall. "I learned something. Your uniform does not determine your dignity. How you treat others, that is what defines you." Standing ovation. 1 year later, a young housekeeper, Alyssa Brown, nervously knocked on Jasmine's office door. "Sorry to bother you, ma'am. I started last week. I had to drop out of school. My mom's sick." Jasmine smiled, seeing her younger self. "Alyssa, how about this? You keep working here, and we'll pay for your hotel management courses. When you're ready, there's a spot for you in administration." The girl's eyes filled with tears. "But why me?" "Because someone once believed in me. And because talent doesn't come with a uniform, opportunity does." 3 years later, Alyssa became a supervisor. Many others rose too. The hotel didn't just thrive financially, it changed lives. 5 years later, Jasmine stood once again in the presidential suite, now showing it to global investors. 2,200 square feet, panoramic view of the Strip, she said confidently. When they left, she paused, remembering the day Rick told her, "People like you need to learn your place." She looked out at the skyline and whispered, "I did learn my place, and I choose where I stand." She walked out, head high, feet steady, heart unbreakable. She was no longer the maid. She was Jasmine Carter, leader, graduate, warrior, proof that integrity and courage always win, even if justice takes time. If you were in Jasmine's place, would you have stayed silent or risked everything to expose the truth? Please let us know your honest opinions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in to Hopeful Voices, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.